Hey everybody, it's Amy Keys with the Digital Capital Company, and today I'm going to talk to you about something called the ripple effect. So if you ever watch something like The Flash or any of these sci-fi shows where they propel into the future and they talk about not changing anything because it's going to affect what happens in the past, that's similar to the ripple effect. It's when you're making decisions or making changes without considering everything that it might affect. Now, the ripple effect that I want to talk to you about relates to when you're putting together your online tools, your tech stack, and you're especially focusing on recurring billing systems. And a ripple effect that many people do not consider is their bookkeeper or their accountant, how that person will be affected by what you're doing. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the biggest ripple effects that I see is when business owners are setting up recurring services products, they are not usually thinking of their bookkeeper or accountant. What happens is they're so focused on setting up the technology, setting up the actual subscription, and how their customers are going to buy it, they're forgetting one of the most important people in the workflow, and that's at the very end, and that's your bookkeeper. When they're getting all of these transactions and they're not aware of what's going on and it's not properly configured to your accounting system, such as Xero, it can have a huge effect on how your financial statements come out, how your subscription KPIs come out. If you're not keeping them in the loop, your financials are likely not correct. They need to have that set up properly so that they can do their job best for you and you can be aware of the financials related to your business. Now, I'm not talking about consulting them on what kind of price you should do, but it has more to do with just making them simply aware of the fact that maybe you added a new subscription billing product or service. It's a way to surely piss off your bookkeeper if they're not aware of the products that are going to be transferred in with your payment processor, such as Stripe. They have no idea how to track who the customers are that should be paying their subscription. If there's a failed payment, they can help you with all of that in a way that maybe you haven't thought of. So the ripple effect is something to consider, and definitely start thinking about including your bookkeeper when you're making decisions on your recurring services or your products.